15-year-old Luke and Cole Scriven seem like typical American teenagers. But their difficult years growing up as orphans in China make them quite unique here in Colorado. Luke.
He was left on the steps of a building.
And Cole.
Cole was found as a baby abandoned in a field, still with his umbilical cord attached.
Roger and Amy Scriven adopted both boys. First Luke, then his best friend at the Chinese orphanage.
We just knew we should get Cole. It's just,
right.
I don't know, you just know.
Luke and Cole are among the countless children whose pictures cover the walls here at Chinese Children Adoption International in Colorado. CCAI, the world's largest China-focused adoption agency, has placed nearly 12,000 kids with U.S. families. Beginning around 2007, the profile of those children began to change.
It had changed dramatically. I would say today almost 98% of the children we're adopting from China are children with all kinds of special needs, including my own little girl who were adopted when she was 10 years old with a very severe heart condition.
CCAI President Joshua Zhang says as more Chinese families adopt healthy children, most of the kids left in orphanages have some type of medical needs.
Because people don't want to take care of children with special needs, not only because maybe embarrassment to their family or because of high medical costs.
When the parents of Emily Sullivan, who was born with cleft lip and palate, were matched with her.
You know, I think at first it was kind of a little bit scary.
Today, after surgery and speech therapy and 4 years after the adoption.
She's no different than any other child. It's been fabulous. I wouldn't change a thing.
Luke and Cole were born with holes in their heart, since fixed. The fusion of two of their vertebrae and a still undiagnosed genetic condition. None of that gave the Scrivens pause when they considered whether to adopt.
Medical issues didn't really scare us at that point. Whatever that long-term prospect for them is what it is.
If Luke hangs out with us and lives in our basement and, you know, and he's with us when we're 60, that seems like such a joyful life.
At a time when it takes close to a decade for U.S. parents to adopt healthy Chinese children, medical concerns seem almost secondary to many of them.
It's just words on a piece of paper. Really, these kids just need love. They need love and a family. That's really what they need.
That special need is easily provided.
It is the coolest thing that has ever happened to us.
Hendrik, Sybrandy, CCTV, Englewood, Colorado.
Wow. A recent report says children in China are healthier than ever before. However, cases of malnutrition are prominent in poor and rural areas. And a recent initiative intends to help. CCTV's Wu Haojun has our story.
Yingjiang Village in Zhong City's Jingding Township is a typical Chinese village. More than 70% of young people have gone to work in the big cities, leaving their children and the elderly behind. 10-year-old Zhang Yushang and her 1-year-old sister live with their grandparents. Their parents work in Zhejiang province. Yushang does not like having breakfast and seems to be neglected by her grandmother.
She did not have breakfast this morning. She's not hungry. I gave her some money to buy some snacks.
Her grandmother says she knows nothing about nutrition and their life is quite simple with no consideration given to adjusting their diet. She usually cooks vegetables for Zhang Yushang, but seldom meat. They buy fruit when Zhang's parents give them more money. In Zhongxing School in the Jingding Township, fresh meat and vegetables are provided for the pupils' lunches. Normally, there are 2 dishes and a soup, and the menu differs from day to day. All the processes from buying to cooking are supervised to ensure security. The pupils seem to enjoy the lunches.
I like the lunch in school. It tastes like home cooked, but it is more nutritious because there is both meat and vegetables.
The school's principal says the pupils face many problems at lunchtime before this initiative.
Many parents have gone to work outside. Some students just buy snacks for lunch. Some have lunch in a small restaurant, and some do not have lunch at all.
Although the school project has improved child nutrition in rural areas, for preschool children who don't get these free lunches, it's difficult for them to get a nutritious meal. For parents in rural areas, they need to change their strategy at meal times from eating fully to eating healthily. But most of them are poorly educated when it comes to food security and nutrition in China's rural areas. There's still a long way to go. Wu Haojun, CCTV.